Endra any twa betting tax in Ghana for so den.
Hey, as a man on go form okay. And Ania Manchester match Okoboya Minya Bikakadi. Mika Miska or Mufon is so matimi. Na as a man on Mujam, and I say Yankola or Ghana, Yankola. Near Coso Cromia, Yakita phone, Yakita, what's a year. Me say betting tax, you are more than 5 good times in club. Maybe Manchester, maybe Liverpool, maybe Real Madrid, maybe Chelsea. Nina yatimi. Nina government oti. Edme ya so some me. Inti ujana ndo ye bet you fuka chance bet deni corona pesa wa dada wan. Sanya manyamu enta na ma yatu abedi tia o. Mungu sa o me ye baguso atu abedi ya da.
This thing is what I'm surprised of, for the minority to come and say that they never implemented the betting tax. But I have friends here, no, I don't stake bets. I have friends here who have shown me their slips that they've won and the money has been deducted. So who is taking that money? I think this government should find out, do a thorough investigation and find out and brought those people to book. Because it's strange that the whole government then, with a finance minister of such intelligence, will come and tell us they never implement the betting tax, but yet people monies are being deducted when they won, and this is more criminal than what we are hearing, from the even the ghost names. This is more dangerous and serious. The opposition, if they knew what they have said, I think they have to come back again. You sit down for somebody, an individual, to be deducting people's money without government knowing it. This country, it's very bad. It's very, very bad. NPP, if they don't take it, they will be in opposition for long. Because the youth will be asking, those that their money has been taken will be asking, if you said you did not implement it, then who is taking the money? There are evidence that people's taxes have been deducted. So who was then taking the money? Where?
It's a lie, because they actually did. I have friends who were betting, and then whenever they win and they are taking their money, they do complain that their money has been taken. So it's a lie. I mean, they implemented it and it was working.
They implemented it. Go and ask Miracle, this guy, and the NPP communicator. What is his name? Miracle Abwaji. Yes, he said that they implemented. So
who don't know? Even a child born yesterday know there is betting tax in Ghana. This one is unnecessary.
But is there a way they bring that taxes? So why he said that he never implement anything? He know everything.
Adofo memo bibi akwa abashonko edeba GSTV mesho so be like a share subscribe do wagin channel kan ho wo comment section home betting tax covid tax ebusiam boy my Ghana mo say it eto no edoso na wa bra yewura Mahama epepe akonya no o share yeboka kire se wo betena so a obeyiyi eye sa tax ni nyina afi ho fi se sabi Emfaso a Ghana fo ewosi yenye free sa na emanim yenye mfim na lokwan koda nchen a kwabrane sabi enkope ni sika enkosam na nim fifire emfa nkoto ne mobile money anase onkosendi sika emma ne yere na busuani bi ne babi amma obi a otenchen a wambre ho hwe enkote sika no so Inti sa tax titiro ene betting tax yi HSMbrante eno ana omoye ne nkakra fi se adwuma eni oman mu omutwa na chese omudi a ebi di ato aduane ebi nso e di aye won ho yie na sa ne ma we nyina na sa aban endwen won mo ho mpa adwuma mma won mo na so omo kakra omanya de atwa bet no ye besa atede a obetena so a obetwa ni nyinaa na afi so wapre enyuma na no e na chese omukopie mu e wo Parliament House ebusia wo hono omokotena ase ebuobua ekohye no omo ho wo bosha yewura Mahama hye bi de oye ebi nso de onyanyeye na mu wo betting tax yi de ye ne ani agiye pa afrise omoma yenya ne ntiye se sa taxes ni nyina omubeyi afri ho na didimu wona sa nkomotwetwe no ekoba ya NPP amanyoko no mbeka asema yintia betting tax no omunim ho hwe omunim mpo na sansem na ekoso no eyentro amanfo tisi mbonten so kobusebusa amanfo anu yie titire omutwa bet mpo no amonyonkofo etwa bet omudi adanse ese sa betting tax no na ewo ho no yenkotie bie no musem emra
Debi ameka kire NPP for say moje se Ghana for ejimi on moje se Ghana for yankwasiafo you people have no idea. The ordinary Ghanaian now who say we Jimmy no obekeke NPP out of power for 50 years. Now there's one thing I keep telling Ghana for any NPP for. SAR 442 formation I'm born from 1992. Mobo against JJ Rawlings. Mobo Yadibesi Atamel so Edibo Mahama no. SAR 442 no enye juma biemu. The boys now no almost take bet no. Omo soccer bet no. They know say you were taking their money. And they are not stupid. Obi did 3,000. Now we get 300 Ghana. Oji say omuana. Oh. So for you to even come out, Adams to say we never took betting tax. Right now, they are trying to explain to us what kind of bet and what kind of bet that was taken and which kind of bet and what it stands for and whether it is singular or plural or whether it is a consonant or an adjective. They want to know whether the bet, the finance minister, it is a single pronounced verb or a singular simple passive. Madam Enyen, come and help me here. My English teacher, that's her name. Madam Enyen. Madam Enyen, yeah, that's her name. Right now, the NPP, I'm over some chair say betting tax and your kinds of betting tax. And I keep telling these people, say someone Ghana for some you people are never coming back to power because until you realize say you can never win their trust. And it's make Ghana for say the fulfillment of promise that John Mahama are fulfilling. All these things John Mahama and NDC for And I said this yesterday. The NDC is a political party. They are bound to make mistakes. But it is our responsibility as citizens to direct them and guide them because we have an agenda to fulfill. And that agenda is a 42-year agenda to make sure, say, irrespective of the distractions we get on the way, we will keep the NDC in power to make sure, say, we are all part and happy about, it becomes a success. The NDC agenda is a Ghana agenda. The 42 years agenda, it is a Ghana agenda which will put Ghana up there whereby we will not get young people crossing the desert to go to Niger, go to Italy, go to Morocco, to go to Barcelona or Spain to make a living. What we are seeing today from John Mahama and the NDC, it's a new kind of idea in Ghana whereby if we all come together and make sure that Jandam does not exist at all, and then we become one people without being selective, way free here, party man or war, and we decide to help the NDC. 42 years, Ghana will be like Sri Lanka. Ghana will be like Malaysia. Ghana will be like United States. Ghana will be like in Corona Mopesa Mokosono. Until we all have to understand, right now the young people out there, they are looking at the government, the goodwill at Mahama war, and what he's showing today, the experience and commitment and the humility and the respect or the tier Ghana for her. You see, today I saw this. John Dramani Mahama made a statement today from the Jubilee House. Mate said today, and a year deputy ministers, most of them, Mahama basically endorsed them. Now, John Mahama made a statement today at the Jubilee House, or say, some of you who are rushing for positions, you are also covered by the asset declaration rule. President Mahama has directed the chief of staff to ensure that all CEOs and deputy CEOs of government departments and agencies declare their assets immediately. John Mahama said, "Washe eye dien, washe eye chief of staff, washe nemra say." CEOs, deputy CEOs, agencies na I will say obia declare assets. Let's go listen to the President of the Republic of Ghana.
Let me also remind that the requirement to declare assets also includes all those who have been appointed as CEOs and deputy CEOs in government departments and agencies. Some of those people think they are not included. The amended law included all of them. So those who are rushing for position, you are covered by the assets declaration rule. And so they should declare their assets as quickly as possible. I've asked the Chief of Staff to write to all such persons to declare their assets promptly with the Auditor General's office. The sacrifices I ask you to make are to secure a prosperous future for posterity. And you must never sacrifice a secure future for the pleasures of this fleeting moment. The task of resetting and building the Ghana we want is enormous. However, experience has shown that the enormity of the challenge of governance does not demand an elephant-sized government, but rather it demands effective leadership.
So, President Mahama Ekasande no say, asset declaration or manaba form, senebaya omom form crampona, public servants, majority and the homes of CEOs, deputy CEOs, agencies, government agencies, obian declaring assets. Now, John Mahama is doing something. He's resetting this country. He's trying to make the people believe in the system again. Because you see, under the NPP, under Ekufuado, and it's Hankwasiafo Yoboba and Seyano, we lost their confidence in the system. We all gave up. And then our Baptist and Kofoka say, NDC and NPP, politicians are the same. John Mahama is trying to rewrite history by making things right. He's resetting the country for we the citizenry. Sebio, yeah, the Yentuminko Jubilee House, Yentuminko Jina TV, so no, we will start to believe in the system. And if a government, if a president, if a political party shows these kinds of signs from the beginning of their governance, na say we are Ghana na witnessing governance. Na uhu sadia we are, you need to be ready to help that government stay for long. Because enya kurano, this government, if whatever they are doing, they are able to achieve 60 to 70% of it, Ghana will be a better place. Yes. Enya kurano, what John Mahama is doing now, if they are able to achieve 60 to 70% of all the things he's trying to do now, resetting the system, declaration of assets, making sure the system is clean, making sure corruption is being fought in the right way, we as Ghanaians, our problems will be solved and that we will be on the right path. Anytime catch a Ghana for say, where we are now, no, we are not supposed to derail, retrogress, go back and be like, oh, and the moment we do that, all that we are building now that we see the signs to say, they are positive signs, you know, it will be destroyed. Because you see, the NPP as a political party in opposition, you know, even still in opposition, they are lying. Still in opposition, they are lying. They have never respected you people. They still don't respect you people in opposition because the foolish masses are so let us be very cautious. I would never sit on this platform and say, when the NDC goes wrong, I wouldn't speak on it. I will. When John Mahama takes decisions that I don't like, I will speak on it. Especially like somebody like the CID boss. She needs to be sacked. Why is she there? There are some people who are supposed to be sacked. Why is the CID boss still a post? She needs to be sacked. Until there are so many things that people like us, we are waiting to see the government to take decisions. Friday, we will see the fate of IGP Dampare. So we all need to understand. Say, if you are building a nation, you don't rush. You take your time and you make the right decisions at the right time. You take your time, make the right decisions at the right time. Because so when every day you get liars coming and do misleading the people. Because for the past 8 years, we have been misled by these piglets. From NPP for 8 good years, these people did not build one hospital. One hospital. They could not build one university. They could not basically add anything to our nation. Today, but in this short period, you see what John Mahama and the NPP, NDC are doing? They are changing, they are calibrating, they are changing the system. They are fixing things. We need to allow them to keep fixing. They are going to make mistakes, but we need to support them. Because until we do that, say, losing focus, we are done. Now, see, this is one appointment I am very proud of. And I want to say on record, when I saw this appointment, Brigadier General Maxwell Obuba Mante appointed the Director General of the Narcotic Control Commission. The Narcotic Control Commission was one commission I was always on when the NDC were in opposition. I had always said, until you get the right people to lead the Narcotic Commission, we are always going to have the influx of criminals and drugs into the system. At a point, Ghana as a nation, we were basically the transit point for narcotics. When they moved Obi to say, Mr. Ade, Echo Narcotic Control, he went to GRE. This old man went there for money. At a point, I did a scandal whereby $200,000, 200 kilos of raw cocaine was seized. I was on narcotic control. So where are those things? Nobody spoke. And I was campaigning and saying, we need people who understand these kind of things to manage it. We need people with experience. We need people who can understand the dynamics. Because you need somebody who can think of how a Navy officer thinks. He can also think how an immigration officer thinks. He can also think how a police officer thinks. That person can look at all these things and be like, okay, this is what we need to do. You need people who have experience. Now, when I heard the appointment of this man, I took my time, said, me could read about him. And you see, we have a lot of good people, experienced people, dedicated people who have served this nation, and we kept them on the sidelines because politics, essay growing. Now, this man, I'm going to question narcotic control. You will see the changes. You will see how disciplined and how structured the Narcotic Control Board Commission will be. I took my time, I studied, I read about this man. I was surprised. I realized that John Mahama just doesn't make appointment. He takes his time to get the right people at the right places. And I would like to applaud the president for this decision. Because you see, these are people with ranks in the army that no foolish person can just look at their face and speak anyhow. Because you look at his background, you look at what he knows, you look at his experience. So you as a small officer or whoever you are, you cannot just look at this man and say, I'm just throwing my weight around. You can't. Because he's coming with a lot and vast experience, and he's here to protect his integrity. Such people have been in the army for years. They want to, at the end of the day, retire in dignity. They want to go home with something. They are not going to use this to swell all the hard work they have been able to do in the army. This is a general. This is not a political stooge. This is not some criminal, a politician thinks to say, Okoshawa, Obekatakatanyoma. So this is a general who has been working. This is a general who has been sacrificing patriotism while ye BBR to get here. And he will make sure he protects this nation. And this is what I want politicians to understand. Put the right people at the right place. This is one of the best appointments I've heard from John Mahama. And I took my time, go and read the background of this man. You will understand that now Ghana is resetting. We are getting right people to manage the country. Because you need people with intelligence and experience. And this, I will applaud the president. And my message to this man is that the patriotism of the serve Ghana military, it might go through the ranks to get to this point. I believe and I know. And from what I have read, he is basically going to make sure he walks out as a hero. And whether it is going to be for 4 years, it's going to be for 8 years, for 15 years, he needs to leave a mark. And I believe, and because of the experience these people have and the commitment, Master, for somebody to serve in the army to become a general, a patriotism, because at a point, also go jai. But when people sacrifice their half of their life, almost 60% of their lifetime on earth, to serve in the military, then they really love their nation. And these are the kind of people we need. So I applaud the president for this decision. The Narcotic Commission is a very sensitive place that we need people who understand, who have some kind of credibility. And this man has passed all the tests. And I believe that he's going to make some changes. He's going to bring some change to the Narcotic Commission. And Ghana as a nation, the resetting for 42 years, we know, sir, from the things we are seeing, any of these kind of things, we are all in the right hands. Thank you. Now, look at this. Today, after the budget was read, maybe some NPP for Ghana for NPP for Ghana for some young Kwasia for. Let me show you why. What's this? Which one is this? Mr. S, forget this one. Pele Pele, the one about the move. Forget Pele Pele, Mr. S. Oh, no, it wasn't coming from you, Mr. S. Yes, so thank you very much, team. My team wanted me to show you this. As I was talking about the general, when I was talking about this general, my team just sent me something to show to you. And the Kufuado and the NPP. The reason why I'm saying people like these, they are asset to the nation. When the NPP, they were in power, these are some of the things. Ghana identified as transit country for drug trafficking, British High Commission. And you see, and this was in 2022. Because the people who were at the Narcotic Control Commission, they were criminals. They were just opening the doors for drug addicts, drug peddlers, drug cartels to just bring drugs into this country. We became a transit point, and the British High Commission, I'm going to release that statement, you know. Anytime I catch say the appointment by John Mahama, by putting this man there, Mr. Mante, General Manteno, John Mahama has made the best decision. He has made the best decision for this country. And then I made my, but I wanted you to know, say, the facts are there. I didn't just say it, but there were facts that was supporting what I was saying. Because this platform, no, we don't want anyone to think, say, I can't say, yeah, ninja. So all the things I was saying, there was a reason. Anytime I'm person reason at show, right now, you know, from 2022, British High Commission Crackacher said Ghana is a transit point for the drugs, narcotics. We need men like these. And they, I believe, from what I have read and what I am reading now, his background and his integrity and credibility in the army as a general, we are in safe hands. And we know our borders will be safe. Our system will be safe. Young men today, drugs, Ghana. And we need people like these who have strong hands to take firm decisions to stop that drug addiction. There are a lot of drugs that are coming into this country that needs to be stopped. And I believe that men like these can do this job. Now, my mention the reason why it's here NPP for Ghana for. Amuhu Ghana for say Yankwasia for. Now, the former finance minister, deputy finance minister, Mami we Mokaino. This is the woman Okoye merry-go-round as a train bima nebus nikrom as a deputy finance minister. Oh, Mr. Get me that video. Also, Okoye loco bi ana okote sa ni kroma hemfo betene mu ana omote merry-go-round bi mu no mami we. Sa girl we. Onna na deputy kenoforiata mami we wie sika. We ntumi ndi ama ne komu anhyehyɛ. We wie Ghana sika nyina sela hu na isa kokoba tan. Okasa I say ye di moka wo de tiko. We wie Ghana sika nyina ni komu nkasa isa kokoba tan. Or sign kwase contract or wie sika. Or see, we expected them to show some level of clear funding for Agenda 111. Ye wie budget na ye kan wie no or see on tiasie adenti na NDC for amfa sika entwa sika o budget ma edekwa kosi Agenda 111 mumie ntie eye akokoba tan.
And the NPP has been vindicated. Let us wait for the numbers again from the IMF in April 2025, and clearly you see that we will be vindicated once again. I believe that they have lost touch with the people. They haven't been truthful to the people. And clearly, one other thing that I saw missing, totally, was a plan to fund the Agenda 111. These are investments that government use public funding. So you cannot tell us that you are not going to fund it, you are going to leave it in that state that it is. Otherwise, when you do that, you'll be causing financial loss, to the states. We expected them to show some level of clear funding for the Agenda 111. We did not see that. So people who have these uncompleted buildings and constituencies that have these uncompleted hospitals in their constituencies, how do you think they will feel? Are they not part of Ghanaians? So we expected to see some level of progress in that. We are not saying complete all in one financial year, but then there should be a plan to complete it in their term of office. We did not see that too. So, this budget, I am sure their base will be disappointed. A lot of Ghanaians will be disappointed. And those who voted for them for the first time will realize that...
See some cheap politics be all here. Can you check cheap politics be all here? Wukomun kasenka sese odotobri bank for gate ano. And I would do for that in Kwasi asem wo Ghana. Wukomun tokro se boase kwan. Edi asana na akokoba tan ikan. Osia onti ase e wo senka budget ne kan ye no. Aden na John Mahama ntwe sika ye de be si Agenda 111 aboa toriwa. Until you are telling us to say Agenda 111 mo ensi. Na mo Agenda 111 na ebesi mutim na mo ka asem be ye no. Na munim se sika na sika na ho e na mo so mo be ye no. Mo ye moa. You are foolish people. Mona mama politics aya time. You and who are disappointed. Bisi wo komun kasenka se anhwa kwanta highway. Ese de enti na nka mo ye Agenda 111 na musi ye no. Na musi ye no. De sika na mudi isi. Now we are deputy finance minister. So there was no money sitting there. Because if there was money sitting there, you should have completed agenda 111. But a BLM catch was NPP for your Jimmy. And you see, sometimes you don't have to blame them. You don't have to blame them because John Mahama about power, the first thing he said was that his government is not going to start any new project. And now what they are going to do is that they are going to make sure, say, a project there was a partnership from outside, and the complete, they will find partnership and complete. There was a buy so etwaso, they will find money and continue. Because sika sa about time akokoba time we mu edino. There's no need for us to leave a project that are existing. Project that existed before Nkwasiafo we about power, a NPP for. Because before the NPP came to power, there were projects under free SHS, E-blocks, they were supposed to just paint it in Nkwasiafo Ghana. They said no. San Nkwasiafo about power. John Mahama to me see free SHS so. Majority of them, they were schools kids could enter and study. They were just supposed to open it. About time we, about time we, on the NPP forecast said no, Omumbie Adaya, ye bia John Mahama beje credit. But John Mahama about power no, what can on several occasions say he wants, or the government of Ghana wants to continue agenda 111 because in Nkwasiafo Tisemo, you could not complete one. Sa obata we kasa de komu kasa nkasa say beifu ofri Japan no na nkoso ka che Ghana for say ye de agenda 111 ne buy no ene esi edu nson ene esi 30 why you draw smu insu abegina be ka kire say I you are disappointed and won't hear say o we ge said ya opampoboa e was Uzbekistan Kwasiafo mu power wo as a deputy finance minister ade a wodi ko ukuro mu nie wo when you are honorable Abra or say Asari, the Niswadi who the die so. And I'm my honorable Abra or say Asari. And the die so ne the Niswadi who I don't know. Really, I know behind a trail. On one or Titi and or Shisha and who said baby. But you are in Canada, Germany, Papa for Germany, Kumasi for Germany. And you're in pressure for us, Mama want to money. There's something you got to be doing. Honorable, Mammy, shut out. Shut out. Shut out. Why are dear? Why do you say, maybe I can say Tiana? Mean Cassentiana. Honorable, or Bantampa, Nakuma. Just say. Senior and near my corner, if we are sending near my corner, one say no for now. You need something to entertain yourself, you need something to release stress. One say, oh, you know, na pantine, baby, as a deputy finance minister. Why you come said the other dadwa? Unkomuka says you don't that dwabo danso. Abegina, and we don't understand. And I and they don't know funding. And hey, shut up. Upon time say opener. Would you say Jimmy Ohu? Would you say Yankwasiafo? Would you say yeti Ghana no? Yenina Yankwasiafo to say chema to me. Udi finance minister of Ghana and I could try well that Okofa well that for be no to try to run out it nanam kotinemu. Adia do ko ukrum nam di achira no. Adia utumi di ko ukrom as a deputy finance minister and I'm the actual no kwasiato obegina say they need funding young governors can influence him young governors no ukom yema gala wo ukom tokro ne young kopesi kan besi agenda 111 ukom tokro no enum ne yema gala ne yema yisika evan kwesi agenda 111 uja sika bi to wa pantan se moku obegina ho and we don't understand and hey can you to never bring phone because tana ne ndwene ho Some kwasi ade we mo yesa nipa nka bibia nkyere mo. You go can say what did you about them? Now what men can do women can do ye did me matter me ni matter emwa. And then they say what men can do women can do. Now if men can do it and women can do it oba jimi am ndi natem. Mo boboda mo. Na enkwasi ade no mrete wo. The last time I make a girl here why say backpack e give to aware. Why say Nike backpack. Kwasi abasa na Ghana. Ye dinner tam ye nchini tuma mo se mo ntia se. Mo se dey You have not heard that before. What men can do, if women can do, when women fool, we need to insult them the way we insult men. Me, I respect women who respect themselves. O your ba na onya kromfo na o sebio umbunipa na umbunipa se nipa ejimia. I will respect you. Now your ba na o politics mu na wa adwene o say nipa ye nkwasiafo a na o your ba ntimdi achew obodam ne kokosi wa wo de wotiko nanom enya wa no na odenom. Me, I don't discriminate when it comes to gender. Masa, I believe say adia bema betumi aye no oba betumi aye. Enti the same responsibility a bema wo no and the same responsibility no oba wo. And that is what I believe in. Ejuma oba be ye no bema betumi aye, ejuma bema betumi aye no oba betumi aye. Enti men fan hye wutirim. Say enne de we your oba na oba di nkwasi asem na etete ne ho. Bema di nkwasi asem de yenka. No, we your oba na wajimi a na o se kwasi e be se kwasi a. And this statement from this Egyptian camel, the question here is, did you leave any money? Very dirty people. Very, very dirty people like you. Mopa. Monka bibia se Kevin Taylor did yatem. The moment I'm over start respecting Ghana for intelligence, no. Ghana for be start bumo. Mwejimi. Who just came to offer agenda 111. 111 hospitals. Go and listen to John Mahama. This is what John Mahama said. Even today, when John Mahama met foreign dignitaries, he made it clear. Or see, a bino here foreign partnership to complete Agenda 111. Because Nkwasiafo from NPP, led by a foolish idiot like Ekufuado and the Baumia comedian and the stupid group calling themselves Asunomano, they did not leave a dime for the so-called Agenda 111 hospitals. And what John Mahama is doing right now is that he's trying to get some partnership. He wants public-private partnership so that na omabeye hospitals no say among for cry for abrochire edo musikaba no mutumia hospitals in 20 no mka so running hospitals for 10 years omuwie no mti omka no the hospital maya. I will agree. Kwasiafo munyoma batema na mukoyi na moni agina mutwetwa service la sign up John Mahama here no. John Mahama made sure somebody brought their money to build the port, and then later the person has to work, take their money out and give us our port. And I'm telling the government of this country, the Agenda 111 project, Munya investors, don't worry yourself. When we get investors, private investors who are willing to spend to build the Agenda 111 hospital, let them do it. Let us sit with them, have a deal, let them run the hospital for how long they want to run it for, take their money out, and then we take our hospital back as our property. That's it. Agenda 111. This is what John Mahama said.
Yesterday in the budget, the minister mentioned the Ghana Labour Export Program, and that is going to set up centers of excellence in raising the skill of Ghanaian youth to international standards so that they can work anywhere in the world. And based on agreements we'll sign with different governments, we can send electricians, welders, engineers, civil engineers, masons, carpenters, people with a very high skill. We can send them out to go and work on fixed contracts and come back. We discussed it with them. IMO, when I was in Munich at the Munich Security Conference, we met the international IOM, International Office for Migration, and they are bringing some technical expertise to work with us in setting up that program. We want to stop young people, unskilled, trying to cross the Sahara, the Mediterranean to try and reach Europe. If they know there's a legal way in which they can go, have skills, go and work and be able to earn some money, come and invest back at home, I think that it will be a better means of doing that than what is happening currently. With regards to healthcare, would like to see what the cooperation is. We do have a problem with our hospital facilities. The previous government started a huge project in healthcare, building more than 100 hospitals, and somehow we're stuck because they spent a lot of money and not been able to operationalize any of them. And so we're looking to see if we can have some cooperation with the private sector or any entrepreneurs that are into hospital management to finish those hospitals and manage them over a period of time in collaboration with the Ghana Health Service. And so that's an area that is open to.
So John Mahama met investors and he's telling them, we have a problem because the government before, they left a huge project that they did not fund. And when we are saying the government before, we are talking about this Amani and Tokro Dan Kum. You fools left a big, huge project that you could not find money to fund. What's around pa? What the aye so clean a hokro to Aquashe Vietnam for we gibi. Echi aye Mozambique for makeup be abejina kwashe aye Pakistan for glasses. Abejina say we don't understand and the funding go find away. Ye metu to ukomu tokro say aye Amansia West for Galamsey site. Niye me yisi kan go ya agenda 111. Ukomu tokro say Amansia West for Galamsey site. Ehon niye metu sika mbem ko ya agenda 111. Listen to what the president is saying. Foolish girl. Yama to me 8 years. Nkwasiade a odiko ukrom nie. Nkwasiade a odiko ukrom ni.
When you are honorable Abra or say Asari, the Niswadi who the die so. Ana amaye hu ne ehu. Honorable Abra or say Asari. And the die so ne the Niswadi hu no. Eno no. That press. We are here behind the trail. Ono ana otinti ya no hwehwe ya no ko se baabi baby anka for Germany tapa for Germany kumasi for Germany ene me mpesua so for so mama mo Germany sabe pe bona so aso wa sare the same you ma be no honorable mami shira na mi shira why adie why do you say me ba be kaseti ana
kwasi asem nko ana mo NPP for mu di no Ghana kwasi asem nko ma menkyere wade ba ko look at this too hwade ohun akwa we chama na ba omia ye vice president no na advice ba omia your friend Gideon Boako we wie sika ko parliament sa akwa we aban sign na yiri adwuma Bank of Ghana no akọ Bank of Ghana ho akọ catch them so sere mo mama mo transfer na yire kwasi asa no. Oh, Oko Bank of Ghana catch them so sremo. Na yire no, e wo se na yire ne tena kra. Kwasia na omo mugu srem na omo yedwuma Bank of Ghana, omo ye mmoa. O yire kwasia pay no te Bank of Ghana no. Ono ochen obi na omo te eye sehwia tontombra eye adwuma Government of Ghana, Bank of Ghana no. These are the foolish people we have been entertaining in Ghana. Now muntie kwasia semia no ono so be kan o TV so ne. NPP for say mo chance mo ba pa obi ma na so ye mmoa. These are people we are not even supposed to entertain. Ye who mo TV so na nke hwedun so gu omo so ne apam omo. Ye who mo na hwedun so gu omo ne apam omo. Omo ye see ye jimia to the point to say even in opposition these fools are still lying to Ghanaians. Now tie no, listen to this guy. Ba omiankwa siade oba nyina we na netu nfo. Ojina o say ye say oya ye sade we ya oya kwasia we na national chief Mr. President it's okay. Yeah, you can do it. Ba omia jimi o TV so Daddy Boabeno, pepe, Daddy Boabeno, first year, mame, when Nimyansa will catch us, boss, this is not working. When an air Baumia advisor, it's Baumia Jimino, no man fans, or son and the two sources on Fifria, or course, and daddy change boxes, no. Eh, Agama, change boxes, no. Baumia took one almost boxes, a good bag, Madea, or Kosama the 12 into a we are. Or the handkerchief fan and we are near assistant boxes a mano. Quasi campaign and a tuba umiafu. And 3 months for paper opposition when we answer in Ghana. A buatorua munko tieno. Listen to the nonsense this idiot to was saying.
Okay, a person is rebusel. Ghana ni ben obetima payan in Sarkase. Where Tia Tobia a fed emissions levy. Satono, Kenofurata, one charge Ghana Nibia.
But when you say be a war, different sector be a emission level, no? Is it on fuel? Just BBA saying no. Tell us why you charge Ghana ni be a friend emissions levy. Really? Don't buy Edinburgh Echo Parliament. Sir or percent or G2 be a friend of emissions levy. But you would me. And now Bekaya Vice President Baumia starting the rounds on or can say or no emissions levy no. Say a buying cost to edge.
na obeye omampanyi na obeyi afiri ho ani na ani he ana finance minister ka so saa de na ode ekoye no kra no onya nje bio ti efiri ho besi nne Ghana ni bia ni ho a obetima pagya ne nsa kwasoro aka se matua to bi a ye friend emissions levy
nti to show adekuri enti ankofo o mo jimi mame show they be ameka che Ghana for say when you people start to see timidity or be a timid okasa mesrel as intelligence and humility your problem ba kwa Ghana no otie ni kasa no or say time no more power no abine that means abine introduce emission tax smoke iwusie tax no na abine introduce ye no tie na JC ye omode ba parliament be pass ye no before abine be introduce a tax component and a tax no na ya dwene ho cabinet in this August abine introduce smoke tax no one wa admit say ono na abine ye NPP abine no and the cover as smoke tax no ba ye enye NDC enye Ghana for eye ono na abine no cabinet ana ono ne boss ba omi atim no omo no mokofa ade ne ba ye smoke tax ne ba ye na omo cover smoke tax ne ba wie na omo start say omo charge no and ba omi start say obo ne ntoa no ono ba omi ana oka cabinet na omo introduce tax no ba omi start ka say ono de ye yin president a obetwam meaning they were collecting the smoke tax the emission tax but because Baumia started saying that no and omujaye inti omunje tax hwekwase adwene na me ne wote ano na eni bibia fa ni smoke tax it was cabinet that went to a meeting and said let's introduce this and they went ahead to bring it to parliament na Baumia nim hubi no nim hubi at the end of the day didn't they start taking money they started taking money but because ye kodru baby a ye jaye nti enkyere say we introduce smoke tax also onim nyansa tie ni ye he was shooting himself in the foot
abusia wote dio omudi tujo omuso sansem ne dio omuka na chese ayantro papa omunko na omunsa embre bio na sebo aban to work as a winning betting tax bi hu dia ene wo sa aban no eye nhwehwemu kese ye papa ye nhwehwemu fa ho na onu akora sebi or this betting tax yi ebaaye say ye individual say ye aban mu nipa bi yanche no ne chese mra no enyi na no say Ghana man so anasa NPP amanyoko ni time ba abontin be kasa asem we cha na so man Ghana chese ye de ka papa eba ne sen ena obi time fa akire edi sa adwuma se ebi nso kire mu a omunim na ma hyeda omo ka akatakata ne ma bi so Kevin Taylor eto aso kire mu se oh my Ghana ha se wo ba ha NDC amanyoko no eni yewura Mahama ene obi biara oka NDC amanyoko no ho eninim nyansa fi se yewura Mahama ba ye no ne bo sha wo shege nyina ogusuwa oye ni nyina obe like ase subscribe di adwen channel aka me ho wo ye comment section wodi no ye ma me ya afuye maka